Hi everyone and welcome back. This video was supposed to go out yesterday, but my mood was such that I decided to wait until today and see how I feel today. However, looking over the notes I made, I feel exactly the same, so here we go. Today's video is a largely unscripted one, and from the outset, I want to make it clear that I have now reached the end of my patience with Harry and Meghan, and in particular with Meghan. I have never felt such anger for anyone outside of my personal life as I felt towards Meghan last night or the last couple of days. Never. And why? Because Meghan, big fat-headed Meghan, the narcissist with less brain cells than toilets in her home, thought it was cool, politically correct, and the right thing to do to post a statement on the Archwell website referring to the war in the Ukraine. And no, I am not going to discuss the conflict just in case YouTube's free speech police are listening. But I am going to talk and yell about Meghan Markle's attitude and her being a rotten, evil, manipulative person. Firstly, for those of you who haven't seen the post yet, let me show and read it to you. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and all of us at Archwell stand with the people of Ukraine against this breach of international and humanitarian law and encourage the global community and its leaders to do the same. For F's sake, it is clear Meghan has no bloody clue what international law is or are, as there are many forms of international law which falls under three main classifications: public international law, private international law, and supranational law. Sources of international law includes treaties, international customs, general, widely recognized principles of law, the decisions of national and lower courts, and scholarly writings. So, where does a war fall when it comes to international law? Absolutely nowhere. For example, two or more countries sign a treaty. It is now basically an international law, even though that treaty may not apply to countries who were not part of the treaty. But it is recognized as international law because those other countries must respect the treaty signed by these two or more countries. However, now, one of these countries break the rules of the agreement or treaty, and now this country may be warned once, twice, three times by the other one, or other two who signed the treaty. They continue to break the rules, and wham bam, conflict ensues. The conflict in itself is not part of the treaty or international law, but a result of the actions of one or the other party. Now, once the conflict starts, that is when the humanitarian issues arise. There is no such thing as humanitarian laws, internationally or otherwise. There is only such a thing as humanitarian intervention. Now, humanitarian intervention is obviously subject to certain generally and internationally accepted rules, and I am not going to read the entire PDF document to you. Most of it is common sense, and the finer detail is something we as ordinary citizens need not concern ourselves with. My point is that once again, Meghan Markle is showing her ignorance and stupidity and freaking laziness to even Google the meaning of her words before she puts them on public display. And make no mistake, This piece of BS was written by Meghan. The specific rhythm, the lack of punctuation, etc., shows us that these words were typed by Meghan herself. I doubt it was even so much as dictated to someone else. But it is not Meghan's lack of punctuation or even her lack of knowledge which drove me to want to pull my hair out. It is the fact that she did it at all. How dare she use the pain and misery of others to get attention and get a darn headline? While people are hurt or huddling in underground train stations and fleeing to other countries in an effort to keep themselves and their children safe, Meghan thinks it's okay to sit in a mansion with its 16 bathrooms and just randomly churn out words that mean absolutely nothing. Honestly, she does not even care enough to fact check or think about what she puts out on the public platform. I'm sorry, but this is the vilest, most horrific, disgusting thing I have heard or seen in a long, long time. This, this war in the Ukraine is not, in capital letters NOT, a bandwagon she can just jump on. This is about real flesh and blood people suffering because of stupid decisions their leaders made on both sides. People are injured and may be killed because a handful of politicians could not reach a mutual beneficial agreement. Yet Meghan Markle, the delusional Mother Teresa of woke, sits there sipping her wine, typing a few nonsensical sentences. I do not know about you, but it is not okay in my book, not even a little. And just who does she think she is to encourage anyone, let alone leaders, to do anything? She is a failed actress, a failed royal. She is nobody who just happened to successfully use her feminine attributes to snare a prince. I love Piers Morgan's sarcastic tweet in which he referred to this statement and wrote, "This will really rattle Putin." Yeah, right. Just as much as it will rattle China's Xi Jinping or any of the other leaders of the seven key countries siding with Russia. For Pete's sake, I see that the South African government has now also spoken out against the Russia-Ukraine conflict and had called on Russia to withdraw from Ukraine. And I agree with the response of the majority of people to this statement, which came from Pretoria. South Africa should not even dare to become involved in the conflict. It would be almost as ridiculous as Meghan's statement, as South Africa cannot even adequately protect its own borders. How dare they even comment on the borders of another country? For the love of God, they are struggling to keep our lights on in this country. So, like Meghan, they should just shut up, shut up, shut up. Anyway, calm down, dear bookworm, calm down. Anyway, Meghan's statement shows her ignorance of the state of the world and other countries. She supposedly studied international relations. Well, it does not look like it. She is so out of touch that if I wasn't so angry, I would have laughed at her. Excuse me, in this statement, she is using the official titles Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Well, as the Prince and the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex, as the bearers of British royal titles, they should shut up, as they are not supposed to get involved in politics. As part of a constitutional, they should leave it up to Prime Minister Boris Johnson and other leading politicians to speak up. I'm sure that behind closed doors, the Queen, Charles, William, and others may have a lot to say, but not one of them had spoken out publicly, leaving it up to Parliament to decide as to what to say or do, as it should be done. And then, as if that wasn't enough to bring our blood to a boiling point, we were informed that Harry and Meghan will receive the President's Award at the NAACP and BET Image Awards. And what will they receive this award for, you may ask? Oh, let me tell you, for their special achievement in distinguished public service. Excuse me? What have they done? Please, someone answer me. I feel like I'm shouting into a void here, as no one can tell me what they did to deserve this award. Donated a box of veggies to a school in Harlem and forced the stench on them, for which they, in reality, paid by having to bring $5 to school as a donation to the Archwell Foundation. Donated $25,000 to Melba's so-called, in inverted commas, unemployment fund. Look, I'm positive. No, 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 no. Let's make this. I am 100% sure there are other people who did more and on a more regular basis. But once again, let's just break here for a moment. Not all my subscribers are American, so let's look at what NAACP stands for and what the awards are for. NAACP stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Now, I wonder when was the last time Harry looked in the mirror. But let's just move on, shall we? It was founded in 1909 as an interracial endeavor to advance justice for African Americans, and it has its headquarters in Baltimore. Now we get to the awards. The NAACP Image Awards is an annual awards ceremony presented by the NAACP to honor outstanding, please note, outstanding performances in film, television, theatre, music, and literature. Now, I just cannot see where Meghan or Harry fit into any of these categories, neither of them having been successful in any one of them. That is, unless they count Harry singing with John Bon Jovi. But then neither Harry nor John is a man of color. So, okay, let's just move on. Okay, because I'm becoming ridiculous. Oh, and I'm being reminded here from the sidelines that Meghan and Harry are not just getting a Best Actor or Actress award, which perhaps, or they certainly may have qualified for, but instead are getting the President's Award, the current president being Derek Johnson. Now, this award is given in recognition of a special achievement. Well, maybe that special achievement, well, it could be Meghan managing to tell 17 lies in one interview. Maybe that counts, okay? But anyway, a special achievement and distinguished public service. Yeah, public service. Yeah, she moved into a multi-million-dollar mansion and preached to everybody from the, okay, I get it. Okay, let's move on. However, let's now look at the previous winners of the NAACP President's Award. LeBron James, Rihanna, Jay-Z, Danny Glover, John Legend, Spike Lee, Kerry Washington. Is it just me, or do you guys also see a pattern there? Okay, moving on. Anyway, the NAACP Awards are not exactly known for its excellent choice in award winners and nominees, and there were a few controversies in the past. In 1994, Tupac Shakur was nominated for Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture for the movie Poetic Justice, despite having sexual assault charges filed against him the year before. In the same year, Martin Lawrence won Outstanding Actor in a Comedy Series, and the show was heavily criticized for its sexual controversy. In 2004, R. Kelly's Chocolate Factory was nominated for Outstanding Album while he was under indictment for child pornography charges. Also in 2004, the rap group Outkast received 6 nominations despite previously recording the song Rosa Parks, which resulted in Parks suing them. But back to Harry and Meghan. This year's awards are being promoted by none other than Sunshine Sachs, Meghan and Harry's PR company. Sunshine Sachs is also listed on the website as NAACP's media contact. But it gets even better. Harry and Meghan will also partner in inverted commas, in other words, partially sponsor the newly created NAACP Archwell Digital Civil Rights Award. Okay, folks, so what am I saying here? I'm saying, or I'm telling you, that Harry and Meghan paid for or made an exchange for the award they will receive this year on behest of or with the help of Sunshine Sachs. Yes, folks, for those of you who don't as yet understand, it would almost be like William winning one of his own Earth-shot prizes by donating another million for a new category. Okay? Get it? Okay. Oh, my poor fragile heart and mind. I'm truly at a point where I just can't anymore with the whole Harry and Meghan saga. Maybe my mixture of African and Scottish blood makes me a bigger rebel than the average person. Maybe the little red I had in my hair shows my temperament. But I am glad I do not live in Britain permanently. I would have picketed every royal event, wrote daily letters to have these two stripped of their titles and Harry taken out of the line of succession. I would have made it my life's mission. I just cannot, for the life of me, understand the royal family's lack of action and Parliament's silence on a member of a constitutional monarchy being so openly prejudiced and political. My ultimate fear is that the day will come when the monarchy and the British government will pay the price for the silence on Harry and Meghan and their conduct. Anyway, guys, this was a long video and it took some energy, so I wish you a wonderful weekend. On Sunday, I'll be trying out some new equipment I received as a Christmas gift while in Canada. So, if I am successful, you and I can start to look forward to the odd different kind of video or different setup, and maybe I'm still considering it the odd face-to-face encounter. So take care until we meet again on the next video. Bye.